Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited to review and talk to you guys a little bit more about a $6 foundation. Yes, $6. So if you want to save some money, you're going to want to hear about this one. LA Colors came out with a new foundation. This is their Radiant Foundation Skin Nourishing Longwear Liquid Makeup. And it's only $6. And it comes with a pump. For $6. Can everybody please just do that? So I have tried the LA Girl Illuminating Foundation. I'll link that review and demo down below for you guys. I think that one's about $10. So if you want to save $4, LA Colors came out with another one if you want to hear if this is worth buying or not. Since LA Girl and LA Colors are kind of like a sister company, they're like connected, they have very similar products, whereas LA Colors kind of comes out with something similar but even cheaper. I definitely, want to try more LA Colors products to see if, maybe I can save a little bit more money and maybe their products are just as good. So I had to pick up this foundation when I heard about it. I picked up two different shades. The first one was a vanilla and the other one is beige. I will say they look a little bit darker on the website. So vanilla was way too light. And then when I saw beige, I was even like, is this gonna be way too light? And when pumping it out onto my hand and applying it on my face at first, I was like, maybe we're really gonna have to bronze up. But I will say this does oxidize, so it ended up working out for me and ended up being the right color. So maybe those swatches were the oxidized version. Just a tip from me to you, maybe you don't want to go darker, maybe just a smidge lighter because it will oxidize. It doesn't like look orange or anything, but it just, for me, beige ended up working out. I was hoping their color selection names would be similar to like the LA Girl ones, but not really. So I was like, we kind of have to guess, because usually for the LA Girl I was like the lightest foundation, and this definitely has like lighter ones than what LA Girl had. So maybe if you couldn't find your foundation shade, the LA Girl one, I would say check out LA Colors. They have a total of 14 different shades, which we always want more, so hopefully maybe they can expand and give us some more. You can also apparently find this at the Dollar Tree, so I wonder if it's going to be even cheaper at the Dollar Tree. On the LA Colors website, you can find it for $6. Maybe anywhere else, other beauty supply stores, maybe you can find it, but if not, apparently there are some girls on the hunt at the Dollar Tree for this foundation. If you find it at the Dollar Tree, let me know how much you found it for, especially if you can find it in stores. Probably best so you can really, see what color might work best for you. And for me, I was just kind of like, I don't know what color I am. It's only $6, so I really didn't mind buying two different shades. Two of these is still cheaper than like one drugstore foundation. Sometimes the drugstore foundations are running for like $12, $13, $14, $15, $17 Revlon, so I was like, you know what, we'll pick two colors and we'll still be okay. It's supposed to be a lightweight formula that's going to give you that radiant glow with buildable coverage. I will say when kind of pumping it out into the back of my hand, it almost looks like a little bit of a thicker consistency, so I was like, I wonder how this is going to apply to my face. It definitely blends out very easily. I applied one side of my face using the Beauty Blender, and with the other side of my face I actually also picked up an LA Colors their stippling brush because I wanted to try it. I will definitely say the side of my face with the stippling brush definitely gave me more coverage. I would say this is a very light coverage foundation, whereas the LA Girl was light. This one is very light. So if you have like perfect skin, then that first layer is definitely, that'll just kind of like even out any redness, even out your skin tone a little bit. But if you're like me and you had a little pimple guy going on in the center of your face, you're going to want to go in with an extra layer, preferably probably with the brush. I think with a Beauty Blender and a brush, they both blend it out really beautifully. Just depends, how much quicker you want to build that coverage, but I will say it is very buildable coverage. I do agree with that. It's just very light. So if you're someone who likes full coverage off the bat, you might not like this. However, when, applying, that second layer, it didn't feel heavy. It still felt very lightweight, very breathable on my skin. As the foundation was setting, I feel like it definitely oxidized, so I felt more comfortable with the color selection. And then almost as if the longer kind of sat on my face, the more like coverage it even kind of like built itself up together. It's kind of weird, but I was kind of like, that's really light. But then as I was kind of setting, I kind of just saw like it just kind of cleared my imperfections a little bit. It just looked like a nice medium kind of coverage of foundation, like a light and medium coverage, not fully on medium. You would probably need another layer to get like a full coverage, but then who knows, it might get really, really cakey. So I would definitely say 2 layers, you get like a nice light medium coverage. If you do have problem areas, I would say definitely go in with a kind of spot concealing concealer just to kind of cover those up, and then go in foundation so you don't have to use as much product. Like with any foundation, where you know, maybe you want to use minimal product, go in spot conceal first. I'll do that a lot of times when I don't want to go in with that much foundation. So that for me is kind of like a quick fix. But oh my god, I am luminous. This is a little bit of a highlight, but usually for me on the center of my forehead, I can tell if I'm not gonna like a foundation if it gets really dry, really patchy. My forehead is luminous. If you're oily skin, you're probably like, girl, why do you want a luminous forehead? If you're dry skin, you're probably like, yes, please give me that foundation. I never have that. It's so hard to get a foundation that won't dry up for me around my T-zone area. Usually that's where I dry up. That's my dry patches. That's my dry area. Whereas oily people, I'd be like, no, greasiness, I want to get rid of that. But I am loving it. I love it. I'm so luminous, and I just love how this looks the longer that I have it on. Just as it sets, it just looks better and better and better, and it definitely gives you a nice glowy, dewy complexion. I really love how this foundation looks. The longevity of this foundation, I feel like it's gonna differ depending on your skin type. I think definitely if you're like me, you have dry skin, normal skin, it's gonna last on you much longer. Whereas maybe if you have oily skin, it's probably might do a little slip and sliding off the face because you are more oily. But I know LA Colors does have a matte foundation, so maybe that might be, you know, a better option for you. I'm definitely interested to know if someone with oily skin has tried this out or is going to try this out, and I really want to hear your feedback and thoughts. But for someone like me with a dry skin, this will definitely last me. I would say that maybe like that 7+ hours, depending how much heavy activity you're doing. It might kind of like maybe more fade off throughout the day as opposed to like breaking apart if I was wearing something a little bit more mattifying. So I would say LA Colors maybe doesn't last as long on my skin throughout the day as say like the LA Girl, and where LA Colors, I feel like the coverage is just even lighter, so I'm gonna have to build it up a little bit more as opposed to, you know, LA Girl. Just some differences, very similar, but you know, hey, if you want to save some money, you don't mind, try out the LA Colors. Maybe you can save even more money and find it at the Dollar Tree, but for $6, I would definitely say check out this foundation. I think you might really like it, and or maybe really love it depending on your skin type, depending on your preferences. But I am a full coverage queen. And this is obviously not low maintenance makeup. I got my brows did, we got lashes, we got some glam on the eyes, and this pairs well with this look. You know, it's not like super light coverage where it's like, it's not complimenting my glamorous look. Like it's working for me. I can make it work, and I look so luminous. If you want to look luminous, definitely check out this foundation. Look at that glow. Oh my god. My god. Look at that forehead. I love it. Whenever I'm just like, oh my god, do I need to powder my forehead? I'm just kind of like, yes, luminosity, yes. If you want to save some money, if you've been curious about this foundation, check it out. Comment down below once you do and let me know how you like it. I look so glowy. I love it. It looks luminous on camera. I'm feeling myself. The only thing I will say is because this is more of a dewy foundation, you might get some creasing around your laugh line. So therefore, just make sure when you set it with like a powder, definitely just tap it in there. But this happens to me a lot with very dewy, luminous foundations, especially when you're talking a lot, laughing. But with any foundation that happens, but it just happens to happen much more so with very, very dewy foundations, you're gonna get that problem. So just pat it in, and or maybe use like a line filling primer right there in those areas, and you're good to go. I hope this review and demo was helpful for you guys, especially if you were thinking about purchasing it online. I know sometimes those online purchases could be a little bit more difficult sometimes if you know there's not really a store you can maybe return it to. But just remember, as I said, these shades, they look a little bit lighter in person than they do on the website, but they do oxidize a little bit. So something to keep into consideration. The shade for me, once again, was a beige. I'll link that down below as well. But I hope you guys can find the perfect shade for you. And if not, who knows, maybe LA Colors will have a special deal. If there's any other places where you guys can find LA Colors, like in stores, definitely, you know, comment down below for anybody else who might be curious. The Dollar Tree I know is another area you can probably find it. Hopefully you guys can find it for an even better deal there. And then buy as many colors as you want to try out. Because I did purchase online, I definitely wanted to meet the minimum requirements, and also I really wanted to try some more LA Colors products. I really haven't tried. I think I just tried maybe like an eyeshadow palette, that mini one that I picked up from Shop Miss A, but I wanted to try more LA Colors products, and like this is the perfect opportunity. I have to make the shipping requirement. I don't have to, but you know, I don't pay $5 shipping. I might as well spend an extra $25. So I also picked up an eyeshadow palette they had, and as I said, I picked up a stippling brush, their blush brush, and also their sponge, because I know LA Girls has a sponge. I haven't tried that either, but might as well try the LA Colors one. So definitely some more reviews and demos on some more LA Colors coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.